Adam here from the Walzer Automotive Group, and what I want to do today is take you on a test drive. So next to me here I have the 2024 Mazda CX-50. So we'll look at the interior, the exterior, and then go for a spin around and see what it's like out on the open road. Okay, so now we're behind the wheel of this CX-50. Now, this is the Turbo Premium package, so there's a bunch of different trim levels. We'll kind of focus on this one today, some of the stuff you can get or take away from different trim levels, but this I think is a great vehicle. So let's go for a little spin around. Now, updates for 2024, they did change the steering system as well as the dampening in the vehicle just a little bit. So there is a little change for the 24 model compared to the previous ones, but not a huge difference. So this one, as the name states, is the turbocharged model. Now there's a 2.5 liter and then a 2.5 turbo. So this one gets about 227 horsepower, and it does take a little bit away from your fuel economy, but it adds a lot of fun and a little bit more sportiness when you're behind the wheel. Now this one can also tow 3,500 pounds with the turbo model. So you get a little bit more towing power, again, sacrifice a little fuel economy, but I think it's worth it. Now, as you can tell, it's snowy. It snowed a little bit last night, so the road's a little bit slippery. You can kind of hear the slush kicking around. Now, all Mazda SUVs come standard with an all-wheel drive system, so that is definitely going to help you out on days like today. When it's slippery or slushy, you can kind of feel the vehicle moving around. You know you're going to have the sure-footedness of Mazda's all-wheel drive system. Now, on top of that, you're also going to have a ton of safety features. Now, this one has a lot of stuff built into it. Things like the blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, there's an adaptive cruise control system, there's lane departure warning. There's a ton of stuff to keep you, and maybe if your family's in the vehicle, very safe when you're out on the road. One of the other cool things I noticed with this Turbo Premium package, the heads-up display. So it's telling me I'm going 35 miles per hour, and if I set that adaptive cruise control system, the 4-3-2-1 car lengths would show up above. Really cool feature to keep your eyes focused on the road ahead. Now, along with that, this also has the wireless Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. So I've got an iPhone, I've got my phone paired up here, and when you're stopped, you can actually use this screen as a touch screen, but when you're out moving around, there's a little control knob down here. So that lets you go through, or you can select the voice control on the steering wheel, and that's gonna pull up Siri, which is gonna allow you to, again, to keep your focus ahead and not messing with your phone. So what do you do with your phone when you've got it going? Wireless charging in this premium package. So there's USB plugs both here and in the back seat, and that wireless charging pad, so your phone's gonna be nice and charged up. You're not touching it, not messing with it when you're driving around. So how is the drive around? Like I said, the turbo would probably be the one I would go for. I like the added horsepower, and both models are gonna come standard with a 6-speed automatic transmission. So there is paddle shifters. If you feel like getting a little sporty, you can kick those in. And then there's also the My Drive or MI Drive. So there's off-road, normal, and then a sport mode. So sport holds the revs up a little bit more, lets you have a little bit more fun. And then if you are doing any off-roading, obviously you can click that down, and that is gonna give you the best possible traction and bite through the all-wheel drive system. So I think this is a pretty great off-road and on-road vehicle. Now there is the Meridian edition, which gets a little bit more aggressive kind of styling and different tires, but this one I think would be more than capable if you're going off to a mountain bike trail, going to the cabin, going camping. This one you can load up, and I think it'll be more than capable off-road. So as far as storage goes, this one does have the roof rack rails up above, so you can throw the crossbars on, or the rear seats do fold down. So it's a 60-40 split. Kick one side, kick both of them down, throw your stuff in the back, go away for a long weekend. Or in the rear seat, there's a decent amount of legroom back there. Now, if you need the 7 or 8 passenger, there's the new CX-90. But if you want a little bit, maybe more room than the CX-5, I think this gives you a little bit more rear legroom. It's pretty comparable, but the styling kind of screams more off-road to me than the CX-5. I like kind of the boxy look to the exterior. These 20-inch wheels look awesome with this Zircon sand metallic color. And then on the interior, this has the black with kind of the brown stitching and leather. That's supposed to be reminiscent of a hiking boot. So you can kind of see the stitching in the dash and the doors. It works very well all together. Now, a few other things here on the interior, besides the awesome CarPlay, these seats, like I said, it's cold today. They are heated for those Minnesota winters, as well a heated steering wheel. I've got that on, and it is one of my favorite features in any new vehicle. But then when the summer comes back around, this is also going to have the ventilated or air-conditioned seats. So you click those on, you can feel that nice cool breeze on your back. Another great feature to have. So one other thing this vehicle does offer up above the panoramic sunroof. Now it opens it up, obviously the all black interior can get a little dark, but when you kick that open, it definitely opens it up front as well for the rear passengers. So I always like the sportiness and ride and drive of the Mazdas. They're comfortable on the road, it's quiet in here. You know, Mazda's been building vehicles for a long time now, and they've kind of narrowed down what people want, and I think they're delivering on kind of a higher expectation than maybe some of the competition. The luxury interior here, if you didn't see the Mazda badge, you would think you were in a German SUV. The fit, the finish, the leather, the materials in here, the leatherette. I mean, there's a lot of great stuff to like about the CX-50, whether it's just you in the vehicle, if you've got the family in here. There's a ton of usability, a ton of technology, and what I think is good looks on the exterior makes the CX-50 definitely one to check out if you're in the market for a crossover SUV. So that was just a quick look and drive in the new CX-50. Now, if you'd like more information or to schedule a test drive for yourself, you can visit us online at walser.com or stop by either one of our Mazda locations. We'd be happy to help you out. Thanks for watching.